Hi everyone, I'm your host, owner, and creator of The Mix. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. Drop a comment, like this video, like it, and share it. Come on, you guys. Those who are digitally passing by, go ahead and smash that subscription button and hit the notification bell for everyone. That's the way you will be in tune with all the content I drop on my channel, The Mix. Again, I am your host, owner, and creator of The Mix. Head on over to my video section. I have plenty of videos on Tory Lanez. Just go through them and just follow the story. Also head on over to the community section. I have a couple polls going on, so go ahead and vote. But yes, as you can see what this video is about, Mr. DAYSTAR Peterson, aka Tory Lanez, sentencing could possibly be delayed again. Yes, it could. I have some developing information. I'm trying to do a little bit more research before I present it to you all. But I stated this too in previous videos. Anything can happen in terms of the court process. Tory Lanez is fighting for his life. Anyone who's in his position, as far as in custody, incarcerated, whether it be the county jail or whether it be prison, they are doing, especially those who maintain their innocence and did not cop a plea and pled not guilty but found guilty by a judge or jury. They are fighting for their lives, and rightfully so. There's so many things that attorneys can present to put a pause or delay on something. But yes, Mr. DAYSTAR Peterson, his sentencing may be delayed. So again, I'm going to do a little bit more digging to see what I can uncover or unpack with this developing information. And it makes sense thus far. It really does. It makes sense. And as I stated before, if you all watch the show Power, don't think that corruption, unethical behaviors, connections, powerful connections don't play a role in influencing prosecution and influencing the courts and influencing the judges. Is it right? Absolutely not. So again, even if the person gets caught with their hand in the cookie jar, it's chestnut checkers. You have to color inside the lines. That's the judicial system. Prosecutors do not supposed to act unethically when they're prosecuting cases or manipulate, whether it be manipulation via the statutes or procedures. That often happens when it comes to procedures, not following the proper procedures or coloring outside the lines just to gain a conviction. And as I stated before, a lot of these judges and prosecutors, they work in the same building. They know each other. They come across each other. They work in the same building. So come on now. It should be fair. I always stated that, and I maintain this, even when I was taking legal classes, that this is clearly a conflict of interest. I shared a story with you all when I went to bond court for extra credit. Yes, I did. And I'm sitting up there watching afterwards when we was there for about an hour and a half. My instructor was a judge, so he invited us to bond court. So we're there, the students there for about an hour and a half, and me, I pay attention to everything. So I'm looking at everything. They had to, because the person didn't speak Spanish, so they had to get a bilingual person who spoke their language. But so that's what really held up bond court that particular morning. But nevertheless, afterwards, the public defender and the prosecutor was like, okay, where you going for lunch? I'm like, what? I'm like, how could they be fair if they hang? No. And the judge know them too. They all work in the same courthouse. The public defender, the prosecutors, the DA, the state's attorney, and the judges. So again, don't think, back to Mr. DAYSTAR Peterson, don't think the rabbit hole doesn't run deep. Even with attorneys, even sometimes with private attorneys as well. That's why in some instances it's great to get outside counsel. It could be a give or take, good or bad, getting outside counsel from a whole nother state that could practice in your state, or a whole nother county that can practice, in that particular jurisdiction. it's you kind of, because then you have the judges, the prosecutors, they turn their nose up to the outsiders. That's what they call them. And I'm giving you guys some gems. I'm giving you all some gems. And they're not as fair, in my opinion, to the outsiders. Meaning attorneys, the outside attorneys from a different state who could practice law in their state and represent said client, the defendant. So think, people, think. They don't pull strings. Don't think that political influences people who done held positions, hence Maxine Ward, held their political position for 30, 40 years, career politicians, don't have influence in certain counties and jurisdictions they reside in when it comes to the courts. This particular judge, Judge David, in the Tory Lanez case, he was an elected judge. So let that sit there. But I'm going to do a little bit more digging and come to you all with my opinion. And everything I state here on my channel is not like absolute fact. Go ahead, do your own research to develop your own opinion, your thought process, all of that. This is a free thinking. You don't have to believe everything I say. Do your own research. But my responsibility is to possibly bring as much accurate information as possible. And I like to provide receipts and all of that. I wish I had access when I was in school. I had access to Westlaw. Westlaw is a good legal reference. Westlaw, Pacer. I can't use Pacer because I have access, but it's professionally. So I can't use that. But LexisNexis, oh my gosh. Oh, those are digital court cases, filings, all of that. You can search and just find out a lot of information. So, but yeah, so I will be bringing to you all probably later on tonight or maybe tomorrow an update as to what I'm talking about. And again, Tory Lanez is fighting for his life. He has constitutional rights. He has an attorney he is paying, and his attorney is supposed to advocate for his behalf. So if the sentencing needs to be delayed again, Judge David, it will be, because based off of what I've heard and sort of read, you're being called to the front of the class, Judge David, and rightfully so. And again, everyone, don't think that these people don't know each other behind the scenes. So a lot of them went to the same law school, had family members. It's all of that, even if it's across state lines. Everybody be knowing everyone, especially if they're in the same jurisdiction and county and courthouse. So like this video, share this video, subscribe to the mix, subscribe to my channel, drop a comment. Let's get the discussion going. But yes, I will be bringing more to you. Again, Mr. DAYSTAR Peterson, aka Tory Lanez, his sentencing might be delayed again. So I will talk to you all soon. Bye.